Meet Lam Hoang, the ultimate gacha loser who never pulled a single super rare card in his life. The system even labeled him the ultimate unlucky one. His pity reward was yet another cursed draw. Was it a gift or a mockery? Lam Hoang received a golden finger only to face failure again. For a man with such abysmal luck, nothing goes right. Suddenly, the system interface glitched violently. His golden finger activated, thrusting Lam Hoang into a brutal new world known as the Monster Paradise. Reborn years younger, he survived 1 week. Yet, his legendary cheat ability still refused to activate. Forced into menial chores, his luck remained rotten. Who would actually want to live in this hellscape? With no tutorial and 10 years of life stolen, he had only 3 months left to live. Lam Hoang is now a reserve hunter trainee. Despite top grades, his life force is dangerously depleted. He lives with his cute sister, Lam Hin. During a sudden intrusion, chaos and comedy ensued. A lively youth indeed, she screamed as he entered without knocking, calling her brother a pervert. During dinner, she scolded him. Suddenly, his communication device vibrated with a terrifying emergency alert. A new void portal appeared nearby. Monsters were invading the very sector where the siblings lived. Though a shield existed, it was paper thin. This tiny town offered no protection against the coming slaughter. While Lam Hin studied, Lam Hoang cleaned up. He saw news of elite platinum hunters hunting nearby. Killing monsters yields life crystals to extend one's lifespan. But Lam Hoang was still completely powerless. Not even black iron rank yet. He sought weak prey. Suddenly, his sister's scream pierced the air. He rushed upstairs to find a nightmare. A monster was currently towering over his terrified sister. A vampiric insect. Even at black iron rank, it was a death sentence for a mere human. The beast craved blood. Lam Hoang hid his sister and lured the predator into the open. Outmatched in strength, he used lead. He fired his pistol, provoking the beast into a killing frenzy. The monster evolved, its power reaching bronze rank. He was truly facing certain death now. He led the beast away from home. Amidst the carnage, he noticed a flaw in its energy. Despite its transformation, it struggled to maintain power. It must have been previously wounded in battle. It likely escaped an earlier hunt. He just needed to stall until its wounds reopened completely. But how could he survive that long? At the brink of despair, he remembered his family's bond. Fueled by a brother's love, he fired. One perfect shot shattered the monster's final defense. He delivered the killing blow. Suddenly, the system announced his first successful hunt was finally completed. Rewards flooded in. A monster card, upgrades, and a special draw. Would his luck finally change? A small black dog appeared his unwanted golden finger. It mocked him regarding the mediocre rewards. Looking at his stats, he saw nothing but zeros. His evaluation? Weaker than a common slug. Even the vampiric insect was labeled as trash. Lam Hoang questioned the system's harsh grading scale. After the dog's explanation, reality set in. He realized he was at the bottom of the food chain. He risked one more draw, hoping for a rare. Instead, he got absolutely nothing but despair. A long-legged blonde beauty appeared. She stared at the corpse, asking if he was the slayer. She introduced herself as Lei Lang. She had received a distress signal from his sister, Lam Hin. Lam Hoang pointed at the defeated beast. He realized Lei Lang was a powerful silver-rank hunter. This stunning woman was an elite from the association. She looked at him with pure suspicion. Did he really kill it? He lied, claiming it was a lucky fluke that ended the monster. Unconvinced, she pressed for details. Fearing for his sister, Lam Hoang bolted back home. He left Lei Lang behind and rushed to find Lam Hin. The sister was still in shock. Their home was in ruins, with 30 years of debt remaining. A truly devastating financial blow. He arrived gasping for air. Lam Hin threw herself into his arms in a tearful embrace. Lei Lang arrived and surveyed the damage. She confirmed the monster was a 3-star bronze beast. Lam Hin's eyes sparkled with pride. Her brother was actually a hidden powerhouse after all. The reigning ace of the Hunter Academy, Lam Hoang, offers a humble smile as his sister praises him. But internally, questions swirl. Why exactly is the genius Lei Lang investigating their humble lives? After a brief introduction, Lam Hin is instantly starstruck by the legendary talent of the elite hunter. Lei Lang then activates a mysterious gold-tier item to scan the house, leaving them both in awe. Even for a scout tool, this 3-dimensional holographic display is a rare, high-value piece of tech. Charmed by the girl's flattery, Lei Lang gifts Hin a 3-year life crystal fragment, much to the brothers' surprise. This isn't just a simple visit. Leylan is here to uncover the truth behind a monster's death. A 3-star bronze monster is no joke. Yet a mere student like Lam Huang somehow emerged victorious. Suspecting he possesses secret gold-rank gear, she offers a fortune. But our protagonist remains tight-lipped. He feigns poverty to decline, but his mysterious aura only deepens Leylan's growing suspicion of him. Before departing, she commends him, promising that the Hunter Association will provide them free premium housing. With a playful goodbye kiss, she vanishes, leaving the siblings stranded outside for one final night. Watching his sister sleep in the cold, Lam Huang feels the crushing weight of his own perceived weakness. His shadow companion, 𝒕𝒊𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏, appears only to mock him, fueling the fire of his burning ambition. Determined to evolve, he prepares to draw a card, hoping fate will finally smile upon his struggle. He pulls a glittering card, a life-or-death mission. Become a reserve hunter within 30 days or lose everything. The penalty is the loss of his gold finger, but the reward is a legendary flawless card. The next morning, Hin rushes to school while her brother prepares for the arrival of the repair crew. He summons the black dog, 𝒕𝒊𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏, seeking a shortcut for his mission, but gets only cryptic answers. Fed up, he threatens to turn the system into stew. Terrified, the dog reveals the registration secrets. To qualify, he must reach the black iron rank, a feat nearly impossible in such a short time. His plan? Tame a bloodline parasite as a summon and enter the exam under a special exception. He trusts the power of his 3-star black iron beast, yet fears its one fatal, blood-dissolving weakness. To eliminate all risks, he decides to use his precious upgrade card on the creature immediately. It's a massive gamble, but the mission is far more valuable. He activates the card, and light explodes. Out steps a cold, handsome warrior. Lam Huang is stunned. The monster now looks perfectly human. The silver-haired transformation is breathtakingly cool. He bestows the beast with a new name, 𝒕𝒊𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏. However, the card's info is baffling. The servant's power is actually capped by the master's own low rank. His own weakness is dragging his summon down. Suddenly, heavy pounding at the door interrupts his fury. A group of intimidating, muscular men appear, but they are actually the government's elite home repair team. Since repairs will take 5 days, they are relocated to the ultra-luxurious 𝒕𝒊𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏 residence for free. The siblings can hardly believe their luck as they step into a world of pure, high-class luxury. Free 5-star food is the best kind of food. They feast until a sudden, heavy silence fills the air. An intimidating bald man dressed in black appears, radiating a terrifying aura of pure martial power. Acting casual, they retreat to their room, only to find the scary man is their next-door neighbor. After a heart-stopping encounter, they finally settle into their glamorous new home to rest for the night. While Hin sleeps, Lam Huang studies elite combat footage, analyzing Leylan's past legendary tournament battles. He truly respects her genius. Suddenly, strange noises echo from across the hall past midnight. He finds the bald neighbor practicing a saber style so sharp and precise it leaves him mesmerized. This is a golden opportunity. He watches intently, secretly memorizing every lethal move of the blade. The next morning, a delivery arrives. Hin curious, but he keeps his combat preparations a secret. He has spent his entire savings on gear, including a limited supply of devastating armor-piercing rounds. Finally, he reveals his main weapon, a high-tier blade suited for the elite black iron rank. Recalling the neighbor's 18 saber forms, he begins to mimic the strikes with divine fluid motion. Each swing carries a newfound weight and power. Suddenly, the system announces he has achieved mastery. With every strike, Lam Huang collects great desolate blade fragments. This isn't just training. It's systematic theft of divine martial arts. Collecting fragments means building a legendary skill card. But perfection is the price. Every move must be flawless to succeed. His will blazes like a wildfire. Lam Huang dives into the grind, determined to replicate every godly stance of the blade. Even 𝒕𝒊𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏 does off while our hero bleeds for progress. After 9 grueling hours, he's only 20% towards the goal. Exhaustion hits him like a mountain. But his sister Lam Hin returns with the hotel owner, Mr. Vu, checking in on him. Recognizing the scent of hard labor, Mr. Vu offers a soothing tea. "Rest well, young warrior," he says before vanishing. Now, for the spoils of war. Killing that copper-rank bloodsucker earned him a reward from the Hunter Association. What's inside? It's the Black Iron 33, a state-of-the-art hybrid weapon that switches between a lethal pistol and a long-range sniper rifle. On the market, this beast outclasses even copper rank gear. A physical god's tool, yet it carries a heavy restriction. This weapon demands life power. Only those at the iron rank can wield it. He needs that blade force skill and fast. Lam Hin worries about his sudden obsession with the Hunter Association. She knows he's strong, but the world is dangerous. Still, her faith in him is absolute. After sending her to study, Lam Hong plunges back into his hellish blade training. Step by step, fragment by fragment, his focus sharpens into a lethal edge as he harvests the secrets of the blade. The night passes in a blur of steel. His speed explodes. Nothing can stop the momentum of his physical evolution now. By sunrise, while his sister heads to school, the notification finally chimes. The great desolate blade force is complete, but there's a catch. This is only the Heaven's Scroll. Little Hawk reveals the skill is divided into 2 halves. Combined, they reach epic grade. Sadly, the Earth Scroll has been lost to time. Lam Hong's power ceiling just shifted. Knowing the man in black noticed his theft, Lam Huang decides to be bold. He thanks him and asks about the missing half. The man is cold as ice. You stole it, now figure it out yourself, he barks, slamming the door shut. Typical. No matter. He'll survive the selection first, then come back to squeeze the truth out of that mysterious ancestor. Home sweet home. The renovations are finished, and it's time to move back. Bittersweet, but the road ahead is long. Meanwhile, a secret conversation reveals the truth. The man in black didn't hide his training. He wanted Lam Huang to watch. To most, he's just a lucky kid who killed a low-level bug. But the hotel owner sees a hidden dragon. A mere lucky strike? The man mocks. But Mr. Vu's intuition is legendary. He senses the awakening of a monster. Even the man in black can't argue with the boss. Especially since Lam Huang's growth is defying all known logic. He's a top-tier hunter, sure, but compare him to a genius like Lei Len? The gap should be massive, right? The man in black admits it took him 100 days to master the blade force. He's a once-in-a-century talent, but Lam Huang did it in 3 days. 3. This isn't just talent. This is a god-level anomaly in human form. Back home, the siblings are stunned. Their house isn't just fixed, it looks like a royal palace. This is insane. Just monster repairs? Yeah, right. A golden-haired man greets them, revealing the influence of the great young lady Lei. Lei Lan pulled the strings. Her recommendation turned a simple repair into a top-tier construction project for her friend. Finally, the truth about Lei Lan's VIP status hits him. She's not just rich. She's powerful enough to reshape reality. After a cringy goodbye to the over-eager builder, Lam Hin giggles. The man thought her brother was Lei Lan's boyfriend. With the house settled and his environment perfect, it's time for the real grind. The hunter exams are calling. 3 days left. Every second is spent refining his physical godhood. The path to the top is paved with blood. Exam day. A wind-thorn bird carries him through the clouds. The rush of flying is like a shot of pure adrenaline. 2 hours of high-speed flight and they arrive. The windthorn is truly a marvel. Now, where's the registration booth? He meets a stout fellow named Ron Nut Hang. The guy is a social butterfly, instantly latching onto our hero. He's shocked that a non-iron ranker like Lam Huang dares to enter. At the base, they meet a cute cat-eared guide. The crowd is massive. Candidates from everywhere have gathered. But the real show starts with the chief examiner. Meet the red-haired witch, 𝑦𝒐𝒏𝒈𝒆𝒔𝒕. Sexy, dangerous, and wielding a whip that could make any man tremble. The room goes silent. The test site? The treacherous sand-gold desert. Survival starts now, and there are no handouts. No food, no water, only your skills. Lam Huang quickly maps out monster territories to avoid unnecessary death. The goal: cross Goddess Mountain in 15 days. No climbing gear allowed. It's a vertical hell for most candidates. The prize is high-grade gear. But first, they must pass the inspection. The journey to become a legend begins. Survival gear issued, but quitting means disqualification. The stakes are sky-high. Tracking disabled. Only temperature sensors work. A brutal test. And that femme fatale? Bad omen. The hunt is on. Everyone scrambles for water. But Lin Huang? Barely iron tier. A weakling entering the trial? They scoffed, expecting him to crash in 3 days. The desert sun is ruthless. Walking drains him. A snail's pace. Will he ever reach the goal? Relying on himself, Lin Huang probes the system about the Shadow Tribe. Fragments for summons. using monsters as mounts. Double the gain. Facing a whole tribe solo? Pure madness. Little Black warns him. Night falls. He stalks the shadow tribe, striking a dual-headed shadow brute. The giant beast charges blindly. But in a flash, a single slash, ash and dust. Bai's power is breathtaking. Bai at Iron 3 nears bronze, slaying Iron 1 shadow beasts in seconds. Empowered by Bai, he grows bold. System alert. A life spark? Life sparks? Little Black explains. Shared soul energy? Monster kills grant half essence to the master. More hunts mean limitless power and longevity. A frenzy begins. Lin Huang and Bai slaughter the tribe to sharpen their art. Fragments pile up. Life essence unlocks a legendary purple slot. A brutal bloodbath, yet more swarm him. Trouble is brewing. Others nearby mistake the slaughter for a beast tide. Dip in the dark, the shadow chieftain awakens. A towering bronze beast. 10 meters tall. Bai's blade cannot pierce its iron hide. Bullets fail. This beast is a nightmare of health and fury. Lin Huang plays bait. Bai targets the blind spot. The boss turns. A fatal counter? No. A trap. A blast round. It drops dead. Little Black cheers. A rare full card. Skill enhancement. Terrifying power. He craves that skill. Tank and fury combined. 3 cards now. But mana allows 1 summon. Bai rests. Shadow Iron 3 brute named Tyrant is summoned as a mount. Massacre complete. Shadow fragments secured. Tyrant rides the night. Hunting will feed him evolved skills. Wandering the desert dunes. Suddenly, a foul trap. He trips hard. Lin Huang curses. A voice sneers from the dark. Arrogant fools surround him. Mocking his low tier? Lin Huang laughs in their faces. Zhuo Chuhan steps forward. Fake apology from his lackey. Lin Huang is on guard. Their honey is pure poison. They demand his beast to cross the snow mountain. He sees their greed. The mask shatters. Accept or face ruin. They draw steel and threaten death. The lackey strikes. Bai counters in a blur of devastation. Reinforcements swarm. Lin Huang recalls Bai and summons Tyrant. Tyrant obliterates them. Zhuo Qiu freezes in pure shock. 3 summons at once? That's broken. Lin Huang orders Tyrant to halt the final strike. He wants to hear what this arrogant noble brat has to say for himself. Suddenly, a familiar figure approaches from behind, begging for help. It's that fatty from before. By the campfire, the fatty, Luo Zhanhang, thanks Lin Huang profusely for saving his life. His team was ambushed by sandmen and scattered. He's lucky to be alive. Grateful. He offers a rare monster carapace as a gift to join Lin Huang's journey. Luo Zhanhang dreams of becoming a food hunter, traveling the world for legendary ingredients. That's his life philosophy. He begins teaching Lin Huang the secrets of monster culinary arts. Lin Huang realizes the fatty is a skilled cook, and decent though quite the chatterbox. When night falls, Lin Huang refuses to share a tent, leaving the fatty outside. He prefers solitude. Meanwhile, Tyrant stands guard, a silent sentinel in the desert night. Mid-sleep, Lin Huang hears a disturbance. He finds Tyrant in a full battle stance. Danger is approaching. Lin Huang shakes Luo Zhanhang awake as a dark cloud appears. It's a swarm of shadow crows. Their numbers are overwhelming. This looks like certain death. They leap onto Tyrant, fleeing desperately as the black swarm closes in, fast. These are soul eaters, ghostly entities that bypass all physical armor and defenses with ease. They don't leave wounds. They suck life dry, turning victims into mummies instantly. Even golden hunters avoid them. For Iron Ranks, this is a death sentence in the wasteland. As the swarm gains, Lin Huang contemplates signaling for help, despite the disqualification risk. Would he lose everything? His hard work and his system's progress? All gone? But staying meant death. Facing the Soul Eaters was suicide. What choice did he have? Elsewhere, the beautiful examiner observes the candidates. She's worried about the princess's safety. Suddenly, an alarm blares. An object is moving at speeds impossible for a bronze rank. She warps through a space gate, fearing the worst. Had everyone been devoured already? Then, Lin Huang and Tyrant burst through, desperately seeking the examiner's protection. Lin Huang lunges forward, accidentally grabbing the examiner in a very sensitive spot. He recalls Tyrant just in time. The situation is pure awkward chaos. Still pinned to her, Lin Huang stammers an apology while explaining the crow swarm's pursuit. They ran for 30 minutes. The examiner realizes how lucky they were to survive. She eyes Tyrant. An iron-rank sandman shouldn't be this fast. It's clearly a mutant. Lin Huang doesn't deny it. The examiner promises to report the crow anomaly to headquarters. At dawn, Lin Huang cleverly claims the distress signal was just a system glitch. Amused, she doesn't press charges. She lets them go without stripping their candidate status. Once they vanish, the cold examiner smirks. She's thrilled to find a genius summoner. Finally, a student who makes her look good. Let's see who calls her weak now. The next morning, the crows are gone. The guild's efficiency is truly terrifying. The examiner brags about the association's power. Their true strength is beyond human imagination. Before leaving, she demands repayment for the damages from their hotel encounter. Lin Huang shivers, while Luo Zhanheng teases him about their wild night together. They resume their trek. Based on the crow attack, they've drifted far off course. A whole night wasted. Lin Huang urges Tyrant to pick up the pace immediately. Under the blistering sun, they reach a supply station. Vigilance is key here. Food and supplies are laid out, but Lin Huang notices abandoned gear nearby. These are essentials. No one leaves them unless they were forced to flee. Suddenly, Tyrant growls. A warning signal. Something dangerous is lurking in the shadows. Sensing a lethal aura, Lin Huang and his ally flee as a predator emerges. It is a death worm, a mutated horror that should never exist in this zone. Not even Tyrant can stop it. Lin Huang's bullets bounce off its armored hide. Its defense is godly, but Lin Huang quickly identifies the beast's fatal weakness. Blind and deaf. By standing perfectly still, they vanish from its sensory range. Fatty tries a distraction but slips, falling directly into the monster's path. Sensing the vibration, the deathworm lunges toward the fallen man's position. Lin Huang commands Tyrant to intervene, drawing the beast's fury away instantly. Tyrant acts as the ultimate decoy, leading the monster into a clever trap. As the worm strikes, Lin Huang unsummons Tyrant, leaving the beast biting air. Escaping the danger, Lin Huang finds Fatty has already fled the scene alone. Destiny will reunite them. Lin Huang pushes forward toward the frozen mountain peaks. The Hunter Association's path is a death trap, swarming with relentless desert monsters. As expected, the road to power is paved with blood and constant struggle. Reaching the mountain base, Lin Huang realizes Tyrant's bulk is a hindrance here. He summons Bai, whose divine agility conquers the vertical cliffs in record time. Despite the bruised ego of being carried, Lin Huang finally reaches the summit. While resting, Bai captures a snowball beast, a creature of immense market value. The creature is harmless but gluttonous, devouring their entire dinner in one go. The snowball gestures for them to follow, leading them through a blinding blizzard. They pass through an illusionary barrier, revealing a secret realm hidden from man. Inside, the cold is absolute. Lin Huang steps into a strange, frozen sanctuary. The beast reveals its true form, a towering ice giant with godlike presence. This ancient powerhouse has no malice. It only seeks a favor from destiny. It tells of a master, a goddess who sacrificed her divinity for love. To hide her identity, she left her pet here before entering the world. She returned, mortally wounded, having given everything to save her mortal lover. Now she rests beneath the ice, waiting for a fated one to awaken. 3 others failed, but the giant senses a unique power in Lin Huang. He requests a single drop of blood, promising safety even if he fails. Lin Huang doesn't hesitate, offering his blood to the depths of the lake. An hour passes, and the ice shatters as spring blooms in the frozen world. A white-haired goddess awakens, radiating a beauty that transcends the mortal realm. This is Shui Luo, a member of the legendary and powerful god tribe. With a simple gesture, she reveals the overwhelming might of a true god. She fully restores Lin Huang's broken life wheel as a divine reward. System alert. Lin Huang has obtained the epic skill, Grand Overlord Sword. Shui Luo senses something strange. Lin Huang's body holds secrets beyond human understanding. She guides him out, offering a final warning about the dangers ahead. Their paths part here, though legends are bound to cross again someday. A high-level predator is nearby, hunting other monsters by shattering their minds. Safety is gone. Lin Huang leaves, his body overflowing with new, divine energy. He and Bai scale the peaks effortlessly until a thunderous sound erupts. A massive flock of mutant geese appears, a flying army of feathered destruction. They hide in a cave, watching as the flock is decimated by shadows. Disaster strikes. A iron-eater bird discovers Lin Huang and his team hiding within the shadows. Their resistance is futile. Lin Huang's bullets can't even scratch the beast's impenetrable metallic hide. Is this the end? Lin Huang and Bai desperate attack, targeting the monster's hidden fatal weakness. Through perfect coordination, Lin Huang spends 3 critical bullets to finally execute the legendary beast. Claiming first place, Lin Huang learns from Ma Nu that the mountain expert was Bai Yan. Bai Yan is an elite guest, destined to become a bronze hunter after this trial concludes. Now a millionaire, Lin Huang reaps the rewards from the loot of that greedy fallen rival. With registration pending, Lin Huang uses his rest days to sharpen his skills and gear. He scours the city for rare critical bullets to empower his latest high-tech weapon system. Regular shops are empty. He must venture into the dangerous West City to find the goods. In a grimy back alley, Lin Huang finally locates a mysterious shop hidden from the world. The grumpy owner reluctantly agrees to the massive transaction, handing over the lethal ammunition quickly. Suddenly, an emergency alert from the Hunter Association blares. Something has gone horribly wrong. A high-level monster has awakened in the Sydney desert, threatening to consume everything in sight. This ancient beast manipulates minds, just like the terrifying legends told by the Snowfall tribe. It has triggered a massive monster stampede, leaving many helpless candidates trapped in the carnage. Resources are drained. Ma Nu orders all survivors to remain inside the stronghold for safety. Brave souls demand a rescue mission, but Ma Nu shuts them down with cold, hard logic. Going out now is suicide, she warns. The strength of the stampede is beyond their imagination. The air turns heavy with fear. Even the boldest warriors realize they are facing certain death. Elite hunters are dispatched, yet the atmosphere remains suffocating as the sun begins to set. Bai Yan predicts total failure, mocking the hope that the high-level hunters can survive. He wants to flee immediately, refusing to die in this god-forsaken outpost, along with the weak. Ma Nu stands her ground, promising an emergency plan once the morning sun finally rises. Lin Huang weighs his options. He asks about his fat friend and learns he already withdrew. Night falls, but there is no sleep. Lin Huang watches the distant battlefield burn with fire. The lone hunter fights a desperate war, and Lin Huang doubts if anyone can survive this. Morning brings a devastating report. The association's elite hunters have all been brutally slaughtered. Panic erupts in the hall. The candidates turn into a mindless mob, desperate to escape. Ma Nu tries to restore order, reminding them of a hunter's sacred duty to protect. But her words fall on deaf ears. The crowd's terror is louder than her authority. Seeing the chaos, Lin Huang stands up, his presence commanding the room like a young god. He speaks of family, friends, and the strength found in unity during the darkest times. His words ignite a spark. The candidates rally, choosing to fight together to defend their home. While the crowd cheers, Bai Yan lingers in the corner, his eyes cold and detached. A defense plan is forged. They will stand as one against the incoming tide of monsters. Ma Nu pulls Lin Huang aside, offering him a secret teleportation tool to escape the slaughter. She wants to save the association's brightest seed, fearing the stronghold will soon fall. Lin Huang refuses. I have people to protect, he declares, choosing to stand with the others. His bravery leaves a mark on Ma Nu as they prepare for the ultimate confrontation. The team moves to the front line, each member possessing a unique and powerful ability. Chunyak scouts the path, Du Kuang handles communication, and Vuong Lam buffs their strength. Lin Huang warns them of the coming horror. Suddenly, a massive axe cleaves the air. An ambush. A horde of black corpse bullheads charges forth, their numbers covering the earth. The battle for survival begins now. Can Lin Huang's team survive this wall of meat and iron? Can Lin Huang's squad endure? Formation engaged. Yu Guang takes the vanguard shield. Wang Lan guards the rear, while Chu Yue sets traps. Lin Huang readies his blade. Great desolation strike unleashed. Epic power from an ancient manual. Monsters fall like wheat. Shards collected. As the horde is decimated, Lin Huang earns a legendary transformation card. 24 hours of monster power. Suddenly, a shadow lunges. Bai strikes, painting the ground red. 30 kills already! His teammates are speechless, as Ma Nu's urgent signal arrives. Return now. The base is falling. Monsters have breached the perimeter. Death is closing in. The defense is crumbling. Casualties pile up. Ma Nu orders the wounded to flee. I will hold them here. The Bloodhound boss emerges. A rank 3 nightmare appears. If the alpha falls, the pack breaks. But Ma Nu is exhausted. Hope seems lost. Boom. Lin Huang arrives. He secures the retreat, then turns to face the beast. 1 versus 1. The bloodhound evolves mid-battle. Its stench is the smell of death, summoning Bai and Tyrant. An overwhelming victory. System rewards. 1 rare skill card. Even the seniors are stunned. Don't celebrate yet, Lin Huang warns. The earth begins to shake. A sea of giant spiders approaches. This is no nightmare, it is reality. Ma Nu turns pale. 10 minutes until impact. Panic spreads through the ranks. Use the corpses as barricades. Ma Nu refuses to leave. Lin Huang commands. Retreat and fortify. I will be the shield. A junior leading a senior? Honor dictates the play. Lin Huang charges into the abyss. Defenses are raised in haste. Ma Nu's heart aches for him. Can he survive this? Lin Huang gambles it all. Snowless step activated. A gold tier technique ignores all limits. He is a blur of steel. Spiders are sliced to ribbons. His teammates watch in awe. Disconnect the summons. He needs the perfect life seed. Only his blade must strike. Solo against the entire horde. The massacre lasts until dawn. 1 man against 1,000. Sunlight reveals a graveyard of monsters. The base is safe. Our hero finally rests. Ma Nu paled as the nightmare swarm of giant spiders accelerated their deadly charge. Terror paralyzed the group. But retreating now meant certain death in the spider's jaws. 10 minutes remained. Lam Huang tracked the swarm while Chunhak built a wall of corpses. Ma Nu refused to leave, but Lam Huang ordered her and Du Kuang to the fortress. Our original mission is priority. We will hold the front line as long as possible. Ma Nu hesitated, loath to leave the heavy burden of battle to mere rookies. Lam Huang countered with honor, reminding the commander that protecting citizens is her ultimate duty. Focusing on the cave defenses, Lam Huang and Du Kuang charged into the encroaching darkness. Ma Nu urged the builders to finish the line, her heart heavy with worry. Amidst the carnage, she searched for Lam Huang as he gambled his life on fate. Pushed to the brink, he activated a rare skill card, Awakening and Legendary Movement Art. Snowless Step emerged a gold tier technique with no level limits. Pure luck born of desperation. With newfound speed, he became a ghost of steel, slaughtering the spider horde in seconds. Allies watched in awe as the young warrior whispered to the air amidst the bloodbath. Lam Huang reached out to Tiohak, choosing to temporarily sever their shared lifelink. The black iron rank was near, and his first life seed required a specific sacrifice. To become a god of the blade, he had to hunt these monsters alone. Understanding his master's ambition, Tiohak cut the tether, leaving him to solo the swarm. A lone shadow against a sea of monsters, he battled fiercely until the morning sun. Dawn revealed a graveyard of giants. The fortress defenses were finally complete and secure. Battered and exhausted, Lam Huang returned, his soul still focused on the outpost's survival. As Lam Huang shields his sister, a soul-shaking alarm blares the monster horde has breached. Outposts fall into silence. No survivors remain. The transcendent powerhouses have finally been deployed. Panic grips the hearts of the grieving. They wonder, when will salvation finally arrive? Lam Huang and Ma Nu realize the grim truth. Their team are the sole survivors. They are the next targets. The monster tide surges, turning the battlefield into a graveyard. Morale wavers as casualties mount. The defense squad wonders how much longer they can survive. They pray for a golden hunter's arrival, but the slaughter continues without mercy. Ma Nu stands firm against death, yet the fate of 200,000 lives weighs heavy. Lam Huang takes her hand, reassuring her that a golden hunter is not easily defeated. Meet steel with steel. In this life-or-death moment, hesitation is the only true enemy. Ma Nu's heart flutters as her pride blushes, quickly pushing him away with feigned toughness. Ambush. Transcendent armored war elephants charge, their power capable of shattering the world. These iron beasts collapse every structure in sight, threatening to end this war instantly. Half metal and monstrously durable, they crush everything in their path like a tidal wave. Ma Nu prepares to protect the fort when a mysterious figure begins slaughtering the titans. He strikes their eyes with divine grace. This is no ordinary golden tier warrior. Ma Nu beams with pride its Wy-Chin, the top 11 powerhouse of server Y9. Her brother, a man nearing transcendence, carves through the horde with silver-haired fury. The elephants fall, but the nightmare isn't over. A new swarm rises from the shadows. Black sand spiders descend, their unbreakable silk and infinite numbers suffocating the battlefield. Their webs tear down the fort, The swarm is too massive to stop before impact. Yi-Chin calls for heavy artillery, knowing such firepower is rare in this tiny outpost. Suddenly, Ma-Nu unveils a golden tier cannon. Yi-Chin can barely believe his eyes. She failed her gunner exams, but the black market provides what talent lacks. "Meet steel with steel," Ma-Nu bellows, echoing the words that gave her strength. The shot roars. It seems to miss, but instead triggers a massive mountain landslide. The spiders are crushed. Yi-Chin warns, "Never provoke a woman in battle. Hope is short-lived." The sky turns blood red as sonic bats blot out the sun. Is this the end of the world? The horizon burns as more monsters descend. Despair takes root. Yi-Chin orders the Green Gate open to save the talented few. Lead them away. They are the final hope for the future of all mankind. The siblings clash over who stays to die, debating talent versus duty in the fire. Lam Hoang watches, calculating. His previous kills have filled his hand with skill cards. He needs more than a miracle. He needs to break the laws of the system. Merging the cards is his only hope to bypass the level limits of mortality. He bets everything on one synthesis, a gamble with his soul to rewrite destiny. 1,000 cards vanish into light. Extinction art awakens within his very being. A divine explosion erupts. The entire monster horde is erased in a single blinding flash. Silence reigns. Victory is theirs. Overcome with emotion, Ma-Nu pulls Lam Hoang into a hug. Yi-Chin stands awestruck. Was that a divine art? Lam Hoang remains silently mysterious. Suspicion lingers, but the air is filled with gratitude as they defend their savior. The tension breaks with a tease, until a chilling voice echoes from the darkness. A transcendent monster reveals itself, its dark aura suffocating the very air they breathe. A descendant of the true God? It sneers. The transcendent hunters are still far away. The beast stands confident, viewing even heroes as prey as it issues its ultimatum. The monsters reveal their hideous forms, demanding Lam Hoang as a sacrifice. Chaos erupts. Is one life worth the safety of 200,000? They suspect Lam Hoang carries god blood, the ultimate fuel for monster evolution. Reinforcements won't come. The superhuman hunters have been lured far away. The ultimatum is lethal. Surrender the boy or face total annihilation. Lam Hoang asks 𝒂𝒏𝒄 for help, but his survival odds are 0. Unexpectedly, the witch agrees to trade Lam Hoang for the city's life. Shock fills the air as she prepares the unthinkable handover. She begs for one final minute to speak with the young hero. The monster scoffs, confident that no trick can escape its transcendent gaze. She calls her brother forward to witness this tragic, final parting. Holding his hand, she praises Lam Hoang's unmatched spirit and courage. It sounds like a final confession, a heart-wrenching goodbye to a friend. She thanks him for everything, asking forgiveness for her final selfish act. Suddenly, she ignites a spatial rift to force Lam Hoang to safety. "Humanity's future depends on you," she cries, sacrificing herself for them. But the beast reacts. A single strike shatters the portal instantly. The backlash is devastating, sending the witch crashing to the earth. Wi-Dang-gu lies broken, her life force fading into the cold ground. Seeing her fall, Lam Hoang's soul explodes into a hellish, vengeful fury. The monster mocks them, calling humans foolish prey who waste their lives. It morphs into a titanic serpent, a true nightmare of crushing power. Its tail coils around Lam Hoang, lifting him into the suffocating sky. Everyone watches in despair as their hero is caught in death's grip. Lam Hoang curses his fate as a transmigrator's journey ending so easily. As the serpent opens its maw, a wave of absolute frost strikes. A massive hand descends from the heavens, crushing the serpent's skull. The beast screams in agony, its transcendent power rendered completely useless. One final, godly blow erases the serpent's existence from this world. Lam Hoang escapes the wreckage, hearing a familiar, ethereal voice nearby. From the mist, the legendary 𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒏 and Ice King appear. They hadn't left. Their secret concern for him brought them back. The Ice King admits they couldn't simply abandon him to fate. Overwhelmed with gratitude, Lam Hoang thanks his mysterious, powerful saviors. 𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒏 casts a sleeping spell, erasing this miracle from everyone's memory. Before departing, she gifts him the core of the immortal serpent, a treasure to build his foundation for the legendary superhuman realm. Inside lies a dragon's pulse, a seed for a peerless combat soul. But Lam Hoang begs her to save Wi-Dang-gu instead. He gambles his favor, desperate to save the one who bled for him. 𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒏 tests him. Will he trade his power up for her life? Without a second of doubt, He chooses his friend over strength. Impressed by his heart, she lets him keep the serpent's soul. Using a divine spirit, she mends 𝑦𝒐𝒂𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏's shattered life source. With his friend saved, Lam Hoang vows to reach the world's peak. Lady 𝒕𝒊𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏 promised to repay him. Yet her time in this mortal realm had reached its end. Returning to the god realm meant a permanent farewell. She gave Lam Hoang one final, soft embrace. Before vanishing, she whispered a haunting question. Did he truly believe in the power of love? Flushing with shyness, Lam Hoang remembered the tragic obstacles she had faced in her past life. Drawing from his old world's wisdom, he answered that love transcends mere belief or logic. Regardless of the end, no one could deny the absolute sincerity 𝒕𝒊𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏 had once given. He praised her as a woman of iron will, one who loved fiercely and could let go. To him, her soul was a brilliant existence, shining far brighter than any divine star. Touched by his heartfelt words, 𝒕𝒊𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏 found true peace, her long-held regrets finally dissolving. Ready to ascend, she cast a final spell to rewrite the memories of every witness present. They would wake, believing a legendary superhuman hunter had arrived to crush the monster tide. Lam Hoang understood. Being linked to a god's legacy would only attract dangerous, unwanted chaos. The curtain fell on their meeting, marking a total separation between the human and divine worlds. He watched as the Ice King and 𝒕𝒊𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏 vanished, lost to the void forever. As the magic faded, the others awoke. Yi Donggu stood dazed, her memories completely fractured. Yi Qin praised the mysterious hunter's overwhelming strength for ensuring there were 0 casualties. Yet the witch felt a lingering chill, sensing she had died once and been saved. A vital fragment of memory involving Lam Hoang seemed to have vanished into the dark shadows. Returning home, Lam Hoang found his sister sleeping peacefully, finally allowing himself to relax. He contacted 𝒕𝒊𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏. The mission was a success, and the system rewards were ready. He received the Flawless card, a divine item capable of absolute self-healing and total purification. It could purge hidden defects and transcend bloodline limits, a literal god-tier treasure for survival. Though it could mend his own body, Lam Hoang made a selfless, strategic calculation. His life force was stable thanks to 𝒕𝒊𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏, so he turned his focus elsewhere. To ensure absolute victory, he used the card on Bai to erase his lethal bloodline flaws. Only an Imperial with a perfect, flawless monster can reach the peak of true combat power. An unstoppable beast with no weaknesses was his ultimate shield. Soon, exhaustion claimed him. He fell into a deep sleep, forgetting to unsummon Bai. Morning brought a joyful Lam Hin. Lam Hoang joked about his late return, wanting his sister to have her precious rest. A video call from Yi Qin interrupted them. Lam Hin blushed and hurried away instantly. The young girl was clearly smitten by the legendary hero. The conversation soon turned grave. Yi Qin questioned why Lam Hoang insisted on hunting the 6-armed demoness as his life seed. Lam Hoang revealed that only her ghost hand matched his high-speed, dual-weapon combat style. While it could evolve his skills, the demoness was one of the most terrifying, lethal threats. Known for soul-snatching and mind manipulation, she was a predator that hunters rarely survived. Her territories, like the Forest of Oblivion, were graveyards filled with the souls of the fallen. Despite the danger, Lam Hoang saw no other path to claiming absolute, unrivaled power. Yi Qin sent over terrifying combat footage, hoping Lam Hoang would choose a safer alternative. Nearby, a shy girl said goodbye. Lam Hoang barely recognized his own sister's sudden maturity. A playful strike to the head reminded him that his little sister was growing up fast. Yi Qin relayed a message from Yi Donggu before Lam Hoang hurriedly set out. Wondering why the witch didn't call him himself, he opened the demoness's combat files. The footage was horrific. Her speed was godlike, with every arm striking with independent precision. In under 60 seconds, an elite 6-man team was annihilated by her graceful, monstrous violence. Witnessing that nightmare strength, Lam Hoang questioned his own chances in the upcoming hunt. Lin Huang sets his sights on the 6-armed succubus, seeking the ultimate life monster for his next evolution. Reaching Vong-U Forest fast requires the magic crystal airship, found only at the world's greatest strongholds. He stands in awe of the massive flying fortress, 11 floors of steel dominating the endless sky. Luxury has a heavy price. Only the elite and wealthy can afford the top-tier experience he seeks. While waiting, he checks his heart ring. News of the recent bloody war paints a grim picture. Heroes are honored. Even unranked youths showed divine courage to shield the innocent from a brutal slaughter. But shadows linger. While many bled, The elite Bai Nam mocked the brave, shaming his noble bloodline. His arrogance leaves the masses disappointed. Suddenly, a call breaks Lin Huang's focus. It is the one called Fatty. Zhuo Zhiqiang's voice is full of relief. They reminisce about surviving the desert's brutal and deadly shadows. Fatty wonders why he didn't call. Lin Huang blames the frantic chaos of the front lines for silence. Fatty found his contact info and wonders why Lin Huang stayed silent after their narrow desert escape. Lin Huang uses the chaos of war as an excuse to move the conversation forward quickly. Fatty turns serious. Choosing the six-armed succubus as a life monster is a path to certain death. It is the peak of black iron rank. Even copper hunters won't touch it. Lin Huang remains unshaken. He assures his friend he has a strategy. Fatty realizes he cannot stop this man's insane ambition. Fatty reveals a secret. A senior witch urged him to persuade Lin Huang to abandon his mission. Lin Huang wonders why the witch didn't call. Suddenly, a massive explosion rocks the entire airship. A violent tremor suggests an ambush. Everyone on the flying fortress is gripped by sudden, cold terror. What monster could attack such a giant? Panicked gazes turn to the sky as chaos erupts everywhere. A swarm of avian monsters approaches. Lin Huang's protagonist luck seems to attract only endless calamity. Vulture sparrows, with 2-meter wings and lethal claws, they snatch heavy prey with terrifying, simple ease. They hunt in massive legions, hungry for human brains. Without an exit, death is the only certainty. The ship's shields offer temporary protection. But Lin Huang knows their luck is running dangerously thin. The true threat emerges: a gold-rank king vulture sparrow. It has power to shatter their only defense. Once the barrier falls, they become bird food. Escape seems like a distant and impossible dream now. Suddenly, a golden light descends. A hunter with radiant wings appears, a true powerhouse of the sky. It is Li Yangxing, a top 5 gold-rank legend. With one divine slash, he obliterates the swarm. Fans swoon at his perfection. Lin Huang watches, mesmerized by the flawless execution of that blade. He yearns to turn that technique into a rare skill card. This opportunity is simply too good. He rushes to begin his mimicry. Replicating such high-level swordplay could grant him priceless skill fragments. It's a nearly impossible task. He only saw a single move, unlike the full sets he learned. Failure is not an option. If 10 swings fail, he will do 100. That's his path. This relentless spirit is the essence of survival. Lin Huang swings until his very muscles scream. 5 hours pass. He simulates a battle against the succubus, whose attacks are chaotic and lethal. Her movements are blindingly precise. His current blade technique lacks the agility to keep up at all. The Great Desolation style is powerful but slow. Against a fast monster, it is a losing game. He must pin her down and use summons for a fatal strike. Timing must be absolutely perfect. He needs to hold her long enough for the kill. Suddenly, instinct takes over his entire body. A final powerful strike tears through the air. System alert. Thunderblade skill fragment successfully acquired. Gathering fragments is never easy. In this world, true power is always bought with intense suffering. A night of training yields no more fragments, only a massive bill for his room's destruction. He prepares for the forest, but it's far. He needs a silver-rank team for any protection. Luck strikes again. A gold-rank-led adventure party is departing for the forest this very night. If he misses this boat, he must wait 12 days. Time is a luxury he lacks. The alternative is hiring a private escort, but the cost would drain his resources completely. After paying a massive 200,000 credit fine for property damage, our protagonist is completely broke. Lin Huang signs the liability waiver and tracks down a legendary adventure squad for his next mission. Departure is set for 9 p.m. He expects a golden-level captain to be a mountain of a man. When Lin Huang arrives at the rendezvous point, he is stunned. The fierce leader is actually a woman. Her name is Leng Yuexin. Her first rule? Absolute obedience if he wants to survive the Forest of Forgetfulness. Before they move out, Leng Yuexin gives a final warning. Their contract only covers the escort to the forest. Once inside those cursed woods, Lin Huang must rely solely on his own strength to survive. Within the team, Lin Ganting recognizes him. He demands Lin Huang drop out, citing a secret objective. He offers to pay for a different escort, claiming a specialized team would better serve Lin Huang's goals. Lin Huang hesitates. Staying means a chance to steal Li's sword techniques, despite the obvious hostility. While caught in this dilemma, the system suddenly chimes in with a high-stakes special mission. He must follow 𝑣𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 is. Success grants a rare evolution card, a prize worth any risk. But failure is brutal. A random monster card will be deleted forever. Lin Huang has no choice. He rejects Lin Ganting's offer with cold logic, annoying the elite squad members with his stubbornness. Lin Ganting begrudgingly backs down. His only job is to get this kid to the forest entrance alive. Traveling 3,000 kilometers in 30 minutes? That is the power of a golden-level mount and noble wealth. Lin Ganting fumes in the back, his jealousy boiling over because he secretly desires the beautiful captain. During the flight, Lin Huang and Leng Yuexin start a conversation, ignoring the heated glares from behind. Lin Huang reveals his target for promotion, the lethal six-armed demon. Leng Yuexin is visibly shocked. That monster is pure suicide for someone at his level. Their growing bond only makes Lin Ganting angrier. Li is ready to explode as they finally reach the dark canopy of the Forest of Forgetfulness. A thunderous roar shakes the earth. A golden-level beast is nearby, its killing intent saturating the air. The team wants to ditch Lin Huang immediately, but Leng Yuexin's conscience won't let her leave him alone. Deep in the woods, they encounter a mutated golden-armored dragon, a terrifying apex predator of the sub-dragon species. This overlord-class monster is a nightmare. Without an imperial censor, it is impossible to tame or seal. To a weakling like Lin Huang, this beast is a god of death that could devour him instantly. Lin Ganting sees his chance to show off. He draws his blade, aiming to impress Leng Yuexin. With a blur of god-tier speed and golden-level aura, he decapitates the dragon in a single strike. The move is too fast for the naked eye. Li mocks Lin Huang's insignificance as the boy turns away. Suddenly, the system alerts him. He can harvest the dragon's soul to create an ultimate blood dragon card. Talk about a miracle from the heavens. That is it for now, folks. Stay tuned for more. Smash that like button and subscribe to fuel our journey through this epic cultivation world.